Hi there, here to introduce you to our new Ultima 5 TENS device. The new Ultima 5 has been redesigned to be a little bit more ergonomic in terms of its shape and design. It's got a nice big LCD screen. Front cover covers your control panel, and top cover covers your intensity dials. It's got a nice belt clip, sturdy belt clip on the back, and a battery cover where your battery will go in. A Ultima 5 device is very easy to set up. A couple of nice features about the Ultima 5 is it's got 5 modes of operation, 2 waveforms, and it's very, very easy to set up. Other nice features, it's got big, large font, so for either the elderly or the visually impaired, it's easy to see your settings on the Ultima 5. Big, nice top dials. So a basic setup of an Ultima 5 would be, according to 2 theories. One would be your gate control theory, the other is your endorphin release theory. We always like to recommend setting up a new TENS patient on the gate control theory. So what you'll do is you're going to insert your batteries in the device, turn your device on, and you're going to max out your pulse width and your pulse rate. Turn them all the way up. And if you were going to do the endorphin release theory, it's the same settings, you're just going to turn your pulse rate down below 75 hertz. You will also set your timer. A good starting therapy session is about 30 minutes, but if you're used to TENS, you can go as long or as short as you need. The name of the game is if there's pain present, you can use your TENS device, have it turned on. If the pain subsides, turn the TENS device off. Setting your waveform, you've got an asymmetrical biphasic waveform and a symmetrical biphasic waveform. Your asymmetrical biphasic waveform is really more of your standard TENS, and the symmetrical will give you sort of a variability of that waveform, also still within the TENS range. As far as your modes, you're going to have your burst modes, which are for short-term therapy sessions, your normal mode, which is for short or long-term therapy sessions, and you've got your modulation modes, which are good for long-term therapy sessions, which modulate that current so your body doesn't become, adjust to that stimulation. It keeps it sort of irregular. But for the purposes of initial setup, like I said, we'll do the gate control theory, max out your pulse width, your pulse rate, set it to a normal mode so it's easy for your body to understand and adapt to, a 30-minute timer, and we'll set it on the asymmetrical waveform, which is indicated in your waveform, how to point out the waveform. Once you have your settings in place, you can turn off your device. It'll memorize those settings. Plug your lead wires into the top ports. Even if you're treating 2 or only 1 pain point, I always recommend using both channels. You'll put one channel on the pain point, the other above the pain point, or you could put one channel on the pain point, the other channel below the pain point, chase that pain down if it's radiating down. Once everything is plugged in to your device, you're going to then take your pigtails. You've got a black and a red pigtail in each channel. You'll plug those into your electrodes, like so. It doesn't matter which electrode. And then you'll put those electrodes onto the pain point. Just make sure not to have those electrodes touching, and make sure not to have the electrodes too far spread apart. I like to say about 1 to 6 inches apart would be good. So you don't dilute that current. You can place them horizontal, vertical, diagonal. It's all up to your preference and experimentation. Once the pads are on the body, everything is connected, then the last thing you're going to do is turn your intensity dials up top here, one at a time. Each one controls each channel. You'll turn it up until you feel a tickle, and then a little bit slightly above that. Let it run for about 20 minutes, and if your body adjusts, you can turn it up slightly more from there. But it should be strong but comfortable, not strong and painful. And that's a complete setup of your Ultima 5. The Ultima 5 comes with a nice carrying case that can contain your lead wires, battery manual, and electrodes. It's got a hard rim, so if you drop it, it can be protected. It's nice, compact, and portable. The Ultima 5 is a great digital device. It's very functional.